Why not celebrate Christmas? Deuteronomy 7:25. What's wrong with Christmas? What's wrong with cutting a tree and putting it in your house and telling your little black children a white man's coming to save them? Everything's wrong with that. Deuteronomy 7:25.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 25. The graven images of their gods.
The graven images of their gods. It's Christmas. One of your gods here in Bougainville? Yes. You celebrate that because you think Jesus was born December 25th. So you're following the white man's gods. Read it again.
The graven images of their gods shall you burn with fire.
God says burn their gods with fire. Come on.
Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them.
Do you put silver and gold on the Christmas tree? They call it lights and tinsels. Yes, you do. That's an idol. Go ahead.
Nor take it unto thee.
Why can't we put the Christmas tree in our house?
Lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination to the Lord thy God.
God said the tree in your house is an abomination to the Lord your God.
Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house.
Don't bring an abomination into your house. Why?
Lest thou be a cursed thing like it.
Lest you be cursed like it. Now you know why things go bad in Bougainville. Now you know why you're in the bottom. Hold this. Because you got this idol in your house, white Jesus, and you got Christmas trees in your house. God said you shall be cursed for doing it. Read it again so you understand these are not my words.
Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thy house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it. But thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing.
God said it's a cursed thing. Now you got your sons and daughters telling them to pray to white Jesus. Some of you got this devil in your house. We just read it's a curse to be in your house. You got Christmas trees in your house on December. Now you know why you're cursed. How come the Chinese man can come here and get above you? But look at all poverty. Look at all the poverty out here. It's a curse from God. Why? Because we're breaking God's commandments. Joshua chapter 1 verse 8. Joshua chapter 1 verse 8. Who is Joshua? An Israelite of the tribe of Ephraim. Come on.
Joshua chapter 1 verse 8. This book of the law.
This book of the law. What is the book of the law called? The Bible.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
Don't let the words depart out of your mouth.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
God said meditate on his laws day and night.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
That you may observe to do all things written in this book called the Bible.
For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous.
Then you shall make your ways prosperous. Are you prosperous? No, you're not prosperous. We're looking at you. You're not a prosperous people. Just like in America, we're not prosperous. Our people over there either. Jamaica, our people ain't prosperous. Africa, our people ain't prosperous. Read it again. Let's.
For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
And then you shall have good success if you meditate on do God's laws. Is there good success here? No. There's no success here. Poverty is all around us. Miseducation is all around us. Wrong religions is all around us. Evil is everywhere. So we're not blessed as a people. But who are we? The 12 tribes of Israel. We're the people of Jesus Christ. We're the people of Moses. We're the people of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But you've not been living like that. You've been living like Gentiles all your life. Eating the wrong foods, eating shrimp and crab and pork. Things God said don't eat. You've been worshiping a God that does not even look like you. I worship the white man. You're the only race that worships a God that does not look like them. But when you read the Bible says Jesus looks like you. He looks like me. He looks like we. He looks like us. Can I prove that? Revelation chapter 1. What does Jesus look like? Is it this thing you got in your house? You black women, especially you. You always got this and forcing it on your children. In America, our mothers used to beat us to worship this garbage. And we ask our mothers, can you show us this in the Bible? No, none of you can, because it ain't in there. What does Jesus look like according to the Bible? Don't worry about that. Come on.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
What does revelation mean? It means the revealing. It means the revealing of Jesus Christ. What does he look like? Verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
The hair on Jesus' head, the hair on his face was white like what?
Were white like wool.
Wool is afro hair. Wool is afro hair. Who has afro hair? You got afro hair. You got afro hair. You got afro hair. She got afro hair. They got afro hair. We all got afro hair. Only black people have afro hair. White people do not have afro wool hair. They got straight thin hair. Read it again.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
Fully white, come on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
What does that part mean? His eyes were as a flame of fire. Give me Genesis 49 and 12. Here's the explanation for you.
Genesis chapter 49 verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
Moses prophesied the eyes of the Messiah would be red with wine. Did Christ drink wine? His first miracle, he turned water into wine. They drank wine. When you drink wine, the whites of your eyes turn red. So back to Revelation 1, the bottom of verse 14 again.
And his eyes were wet, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet.
Now he looks down at Jesus Christ's feet. Like I can see her feet, I see her feet, I see you men's feet. Read it again.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass, brothers? Brown. Brass is brown. Read it again.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
You take that brown brass and burn it in fire, what color does it get? It gets black! If you burn white rice, what color does it get? Black. So wait a minute. So where did this guy come from? Because the Bible describes Jesus Christ as having white wool hair and his feet like burned brass that burned in the furnace. That's how the Bible describes him. But you haven't been following that God that looks like you. You've been following the white man. The white man. You've been following lie after lie after lie. Then you got the audacity to take that white man's picture and hang it in your house. A curse upon you. A curse upon you. Your mothers and fathers, sons and daughters, a curse upon you. That's what the Bible says. The Bible says you put these idols in your house, you shall be a cursed thing like it. Read it again, go back to Deuteronomy. So you understand that what we're saying is from the Bible. Deuteronomy 7:25 again.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 25. The graven images of their gods,
the graven images of their gods, meaning the gods of the other nations,
shall you burn with fire.
God said, burn those gods with fire. Come on.
Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them.
Some of you got silver and gold necklaces with this devil on it. Oh, that's my Jesus. In America, they say that's my Jesus piece. It's made with diamonds and gold. God don't care. He said, burn it with fire. It's an idol. Read.
Nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination to the Lord thy God.
God said it's an abomination to him. Come on.
Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house.
Don't bring an abomination into your house. White Jesus is an abomination because it's not biblical. A Christmas tree is an abomination because God said don't set no trees up in your house. Go ahead.
Lest thou be a cursed thing like it.
Lest you be a cursed thing like it. A lot of you here in Bougainville, you've become cursed. Why? You got white Jesus in your hearts, white Jesus in your mind. Some of you got white Jesus around your neck, white Jesus in your house, white Jesus in your church. Tomorrow, some of you going to church. And what's in your church? This abomination right here. You men, start challenging these preachers and say, prove it in the Bible that Jesus is white. If he can't prove it, tear it down. Tear those false images down. Because they gave you those images in slavery. When Australia came in and colonized you, give me that picture right there. When Australia came here and colonized you in chains, they forced their images on you and said, worship me. And did Jesus warn you about this? Matthew 24, verse 4 and 5. Matthew chapter 24, verse 4, verse 5.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them,
Jesus answered and said to the apostles,
take heed that no man deceive you.
take heed that no man deceives you. Don't be tricked by man.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
Many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
Go ahead. And shall deceive many.
Have you been deceived by this image? All of you been deceived by this image. Your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your mothers and fathers, your sons and daughters, your men, your women, husbands and wives. You've all been deceived by this garbage. This is Satan. This is the devil the Bible speaks of. The white man conquered us and gave us his image. He conquered us and said he is Jesus. Read it again so you know that these are not my words.
And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
So what happened? Missionaries came. You got Roman Catholics came to this island. When it had you in chains. When it put you on slave ships and sent you to Australia and New Zealand. Some of you don't even know the history we're talking about. Read about slavery happened here. So, Catholics came, they started the slave trade. Then the Baptist religion was started in 1608. Where were we? Slavery. Then the Mormons came in 1830. That's when that garbage was made up. Then the Seventh-day Adventists was made up in the year 1863 by a witch named Ellen G. White. She's a witch. Then Jehovah's Witness was made up in 1872. Then by, what's his name? Charles T. Russell. Then the Pentecostal religion was made up in 1901 by Charles Parham. These are the many Christ warned you about, who would come and go and tell you they are Christ, they are Jesus. Read it again.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
The people of Bougainville have been deceived. As a matter of fact, where does the name Bougainville come from? Psalms 49, verse 11. We go throughout Bougainville and say, what's your identity? I'm Bougainville, I'm Bougainville, I'm Bougainville, 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 Bougainville. Do you know where Bougainville comes from? Where that word comes from? Who knows? Here, Psalms 49:11.
Psalms chapter 49, verse 11. The inward thought
Take your time.
The inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Who's this talking about? The white man. His inward thought is that they shall live forever. Go ahead.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
And their dwelling places to all generations. Listen good.
They called their lands after their own name.
What do?
They called their lands after their own name.
They call their lands after their own names. Where did the name Bougainville come from? It came from Louis Antoine de Bougainville. The Frenchman came here and said, I claim this land. People said, but there's people here. They belong to me, he said. So you're all called Bougainville. Bougainville. And you're so proud. I am Bougainville. That's a white man's name. Just like in America, named after who? Americus Vespucci. You got black people just like you and me in America say, I'm American. I'm so proud. That's the white man's name. Read it again.
Psalms chapter 49, verse 11. For the top.
Yep.
Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They called their lands after their own name.
So what is this? Prophecy. God prophesied that your enemies would call their lands after their own names. Now you call yourself Bougainville by the white man. Louis Antoine de Bougainville. And you're so proud. I'm a Bougainville. Just like Papua New Guinea, same thing. Just like in America, just like in Africa, it's the same thing. Micah chapter 2. I said the white man came in and colonized you and took this land as theirs. Does the Bible prophesy about that? Micah chapter 2, start at verse 1.
Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity.
Woe unto them that devise iniquity. Meaning the iniquity means evil. Go ahead.
And work evil upon their bed.
And work evil upon their beds.
When the morning is light, they practice it.
When the morning is light, when the sun comes up, they practice the evil they planned before.
Because it is in the power of their hand.
The white man came with power. What kind of power? Guns. Guns. Missiles. That's the kind of power he comes with. Come on.
And they covet fields.
And they covet, listen good. They covet, meaning desire, fields.
And take them by violence.
How did the white man take and control this land here? How did he do it? Did he vote for this place? What does God say?
And they covet fields and take them by violence.
What's that word?
And take them by violence.
Violence! Violence! What, you thought this was love when they put your forefathers in chains? You thought that was love. This is called violence. Violence! They don't vote, white people don't vote for nothing. They take what they want by violence. How did they get America? By violence. How did they take Australia? Violence. How did they take South Africa? By violence. They don't vote for nothing. They tell you to vote, but they don't vote. Read it again.
And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house.
So they oppress a man, you're oppressed. They oppress a man and his house.
Even a man and his heritage.
How did he oppress your heritage? You're the Israelites the Bible speaks of. The white man says, no. We cannot teach them they're the Israelites. They will be called Bougainville. And the white man said, I'm an Israelite. Those white people over there in Israel, that's your original land. That is your original land. He took the land in 1948 and calls himself Jewish. Is that in the Bible? Is that in the Bible? Revelation 2:9. Am I just making things up? No. Everything we're saying is written in the Holy Bible. But you men, you've not read the Bible. You've been listening to these foolish pastors. Stop listening to them. They don't know the Bible. Read Revelation 2:9.
Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
Jesus Christ speaks to the Israelites, that's you and me. I know your works and tribulation and poverty. This is called poverty. Go ahead.
But thou art rich.
Why does he say we're rich? Because the promises in this Bible pertain to the 12 tribes of Israel. You're one of the tribes of Israel, the tribe of Naphtali. Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
The word blasphemy means a wicked lie. An evil, wicked lie. Read that part again.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
Who's running the earth saying that they're Jews? Saying that they're Jewish? The white man. You're the real Jews, but you don't even know it. The white man is in Israel right now, committing genocide, murdering, what number they up to? 70,000? 70,000 men, women, and children. And they say that they're Jewish. Read it again, that part.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
Jesus Christ said they are not the Jews,
but are the synagogue of Satan.
But are the synagogue, that means house of Satan. Oh, you didn't know that was in the Bible. You've been worshiping the white man all your life. Now today you're finding out that's the house of Satan. Read it again.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Your church has never taught you that. Your churches are getting in coalitions with Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel sending them money. Are y'all crazy? They stole your identity. They stole your land. And you're over here in poverty. This is really for you men. Give me that Ezekiel 34:31. You men, Christ gathered 12 apostles. Christ gathered, I'm not saying the women ain't important, they are important. But you men are the leaders. But you're not living like leaders. Ezekiel 34 verse 31. Come on.
Ezekiel chapter 34 verse 31. And ye my flock, The flock of my pastors are men.
The flock of my pasture are men. The flock of God's pasture are men. That's who he's looking for. That's who God is looking for in these last days. Matthew 15:24. Who did Jesus Christ come for? Give me Matthew 1:21 first. Because if I ask you who did Christ come for, you know what you're going to say? The white man came for everybody. He just lived it. If he lied to you about this, what else did he lie to you about? I'm going to show you. Matthew 1:21. When the angel came to Mary, a black woman, come on.
Matthew chapter 1 verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son.
Mary shall bring forth a son.
And thou shalt call his name Jesus. For he shall save his people from their sins.
He shall save his people from their sins. His people is what possessive now. His people does not mean everybody on the planet. Where did you get that from? The angel said, call him Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Matthew 15:24. Let's see if Christ changed it. Matthew 15:24.
Matthew chapter 15 verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Jesus Christ said, I'm not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Why did he call us lost? You think you're Bougainvilles. You have lost your minds. You don't even know who you are. You don't know what year you came to this land over here. You don't know your history. That's what makes you lost. You don't know anything about history. You don't know what the Bible says. Now God in his last days is sending his prophets. Why? Why today? Because World War III is coming. Armageddon is coming. Destruction is coming. And you will not be safe on this island. Give me that Revelation 6. I'm going to show you destruction is going to happen here in Bougainville. Your government knows it. That's why they're making a contract with Australia for security. And security ain't free. You got it? Call it and read it.
The book of Revelation chapter 16 verse 6 verse 14.
Revelation chapter 6 verse 14.
And the heaven departed as a scroll.
The heavens departed as a scroll. When a bomb drops, the heavens look like a scroll. The fire, the air combusts and it goes up like a scroll. Read it again.
And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved out of their place.
And every island and mountain were moved. Isn't this an island? You think you're going to be safe here on this island when they start dropping bombs? It's going to be death and destruction. So God is sending us in these last days, 2 Peter 3:10. God is sending his prophets to warn you. You've been living your lives as in lies. You men eating beetle nuts high as hell. You can't even organize your families together. You women eating beetle nuts, having defective children. It causes cancer. Beetle nut causes cancer. Why eat it? I know why you eat it, because you're impoverished. You have nothing to live for. So why not? Why not just do it? Why not smoke weed? Why not have nothing else to live for? Well, today's a new day. You have everything to live for. You're part of the 12 tribes of Israel. You got it? Come on.
2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
The day of the Lord shall come like a thief in the night. Unexpected.
In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
The heavens shall pass away with a great noise. Boom! Destruction. Come on.
And the elements shall melt.
And the elements shall melt
with fervent heat.
With fervent heat. What is this describing? Nuclear war!
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Everything here shall be burned up. We're being warned in the Bible. Was that it?
Yes, sir.
Go Isaiah 54:16. Isaiah 54:16 talks about how they invented the atom bomb, how they invented nuclear bombs. Isaiah 54 verse 16.
Isaiah chapter 54 verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth coals in the fire. A smith makes weapons. He makes the fire hot and makes weapons. But what kind of smith? That is this talking about? A scientist. Watch.
And thou bringest forth an instrument,
and thou bringest forth an instrument
for his work.
for his work,
And I have created the waster to destroy.
and I have created the waster. What type of weapon can waste and destroy? It's called a nuclear bomb. Nuclear bombs. That's what it's talking about. God has it prophesied in the Bible. But you've been playing church in these stupid religions you're in. These white man religions, and they're not teaching you nothing. You're not prepared. So God sent his prophets out. You're the Israelites of the tribe of Naphtali. That's who you are. Isaiah 11 and verse 10. You are the Israelites the Bible speaks of. You're one of the tribes of Israel. Isaiah 11 verse 10. You've been living like Gentiles all your lives.
Isaiah chapter 11 verse 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people.
The root of Jesse is Jesus Christ. He's the King of kings and Lord of lords.
To it shall the Gentiles seek.
To it shall the Gentiles seek. We want to find out who these Gentiles are. Read.
And his rest shall be glorious. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
Those Gentiles he now calls the remnant of his people. Why does it say a second time he's going to deliver us? The first time was under Moses. The second time, which is coming, will be under Christ, the black Messiah. Read it again.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
You're the remnant of his people. Come on.
Which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush.
God is telling you where his people are at.
And from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
God's people are on the islands of the sea. What is Bougainville? An island of the sea. So we know we're in the right place. The Bible gave a map to where the 12 tribes would be located. Here in the Pacific Islands here, Bougainville is just one. But it tells you that the remnant of God's people is here. Read that bottom part again.
And from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
Who are they?
And shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
You're the outcasts of Israel. Why? Because you broke God's commandments. We all broke God's commandments. We were called outcasts. But the verse above it called us Gentiles. Why? Because we live like Gentiles. We eat Gentile foods. We celebrate Gentile holidays. We worship Gentile gods. That's why it's calling us Gentiles. But are we really Gentiles? No. We're the remnant of God's people. We're the outcasts of Israel. The Israelites that the Bible speaks of. I hope you all understand that. Back to Matthew 15:24. Back to Matthew 15 verse 24. Let this sink in good.
Matthew chapter 15 verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Christ said he's only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That ain't what your churches teach. Your churches said Jesus came for everybody. Everybody on the... Doesn't make... Wait, I want y'all to think. Who murdered Christ? Who murdered Jesus Christ? The Romans. The Romans. And you had wicked Israelites that betrayed Christ and delivered the black Christ to Rome. And Rome nailed him to a cross. Killed our king. Now you think Christ is coming to save those people that nailed him to the cross? Revelation 1 and 6. Or is it 5? Revelation 1. Watch what Christ is going to do when he come back.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds.
Christ comes with clouds, what they call UFOs.
And every eye shall see him.
Every eye shall see Christ when he returns.
And they also which pierced him.
And they also which pierced him. The ones that pierced his hands. The ones that stuck him in the side. Christ is going to pay them a visit. You think it's going to be a lovely time? No, it's going to be destruction. Isaiah 66 and 15. It's going to be death and destruction when Christ returns. In the middle of World War III. Let's read about it. Because I know you think Jesus is going to come back and hug and kiss everybody. That's not in the Bible. Let's see what Christ's going to do when he come back.
Isaiah chapter 66 verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
The Lord will come with fire.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind. What are his chariots? You call them UFOs. You see things shoot across the sky. Those are God's chariots. Come on.
To render his anger.
To render his anger. Jesus is not coming back happy. Read again.
To render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with the flames of fire.
And his rebuke with flames of fire.
For by fire,
and by his sword,
will the Lord plead with all flesh. And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many. The word slain means killed. The slain of the Lord shall be many. Christ, he already prophesied, he's coming to kill a lot of people. Millions of people are going to die when he returns. But your churches have not taught you that. These lying demons taught you he's coming back for love. He just loved everybody. They've lied to you. They've lied to you about his image. They've lied to you about everything. Nothing this white man told you was the truth. Nothing. Everything this white man taught was a lie.